America is in dire straits. Let me give you a few very important statistics. Unemployment stands at 9.5% and a staggering 30.5% for young black men, with more than 15 million Americans out of work and 6.3 million of them having been unemployed for 6 months or longer. This doesn't include all the mortgages going underwater and people losing their homes. The number of people receiving food stamps has reached an all-time high, with assistance being doled out to more than 40 million Americans. This translates to 1 in 8 Americans and 1 out of every 4 children. For the first time in close to 3 decades, the government will have to pay out more in Social Security than it pulls in. Our public debt in America is in excess of $13 trillion and continues to grow at a rate of about $3.83 billion each day. The country's on the verge of bankruptcy. While the fiscal costs of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan continue to skyrocket, the human cost is also growing rapidly. More than 5,600 American servicemen and women have died so far in Iraq and Afghanistan. This does not include the rising number of military personnel who have committed or attempted to commit suicide at a rate exceeding that of the national standard. By late November 2009, more U.S. military lives had been lost to suicide than were killed in the Afghan war. This is just the tip of the iceberg. The country is devastated. And what is our president doing? How is he showing leadership? Well, he's taking a lot of vacations. He's throwing bashes at the White House, singing with Paul McCartney and the Jonas Brothers. He's going on The View and yucking it up with Whoopi Goldberg. He's playing basketball with NBA players a number of times, going golfing, going swimming, and greeting football players in the White House, the New Orleans Saints. The list goes on and on, with Michelle Obama going to New York for a weekend. Very costly to taxpayers, by the way. All this costs us millions of dollars, these plane trips. Michelle Obama going to Spain. When the president goes on a trip, they have to fly his limousine ahead and drop it off. The Secret Service personnel have to go ahead. This costs millions upon millions of dollars for him to take a short trip while the country's going under. And it looks like we could go into bankruptcy, people losing jobs, suicide rate is high. Very, very important time in this country. Niall Gardner, who is the British writer who writes on foreign affairs, has this to say about Barack Obama. The Obama presidency increasingly resembles a modern-day ancient regime, extravagant, decaying, and out of touch with ordinary Americans. The First Lady's ill-conceived trip to Spain at a time of widespread economic hardship was symbolic of a White House that barely gives a second thought to public opinion on many issues and frequently projects a distinctly elitist image. What I see in this president is a lack of leadership. It's time for Barack Obama to have a wake-up call. I think one of the problems with Obama, he must have some really bad advisors. He's not getting good advice, but he needs to show leadership. What are some things Barack Obama can do? First of all, the president needs to stay at his desk. I mean, I work a job sometimes 7 days a week. I'm at my desk because I know I've got a job to do. He has a really big job to do. Stay at his desk. If he wants to be on The View or some program, have him film him in the White House. He can do teleconferences. He doesn't need to be jet-setting around. We have modern technology. He can do a lot of things. The president's a millionaire. The homeless rate is growing at a great rapid speed. Children are hungry. 14 million children going to bed every night. Why don't the president, he can donate his salary. He can donate to charities. There's a lot of things the president of the United States can do to show that what the average American can do and what he can do to change things. No more vacations. I mean, I rarely have time for a vacation. He's the president of the United States. If he wants to take a break, go to Camp David for a couple of days, but come back to work. Mr. President, be the president. Be our leader. Stop twitting while America burns. We need you.